Hello, everyone. Welcome to MisterFrisco Podcast, where real talks meet real estate, local vibes, and the people shaping Frisco's future. Today on the podcast, we will cover the latest housing market stats, break down trends, and explore what it all means for you. Today's buyer and seller tip, we are talking about the hidden cost of buying a home in Frisco, the expenses beyond your down payment, and the mortgage that buyers often overlook. And stick around because after real estate, we are shifting gears. We will dive into home and business and network security, simple tips to fix your PC, and major IT strategies you should know with my guest today, Meaghan Harraghy, account executive at Flagler Technologies. And we will talk about Whole Foods Market as well. It's finally making its way to Frisco with a brand new location at the mix.
Meet MisterFrisco, a realtor selling residential real estate in Frisco and far north Dallas. As a former professional athlete, track and field, and strength and conditioning coach, MisterFrisco immigrated to the USA 20 years ago with $50 in his pocket, a suitcase, and zero English to pursue the American dream and build a successful real estate business. Hardworking, persistent, customer service, and detail-oriented, MisterFrisco strives to secure a smooth closing on his client's biggest investment, their home. He puts his experience and knowledge to serve his clients the best way possible. Building his business by referral allows him to maintain relationships with his clients and serve them even after the transaction is closed. This is Frisco Realty News with MisterFrisco.
So, in today's market update, we are looking at the latest numbers from Frisco's housing market, prices, inventory, sales, and how the balance is shifting between buyers and sellers. So the median existing home price in Frisco hit $685,000 in July, up 1.5% from last year and nearly 1.8% from June. So prices continue to rise. Though growth has leveled compared to the past years, inventory reached 859 homes. It's a sharp 38% jump from a year ago, but month-to-month listings dipped slightly by just over 1%. Showing sellers activity is holding steady. So sales activity remained strong with 204 homes sold in July, which is 3.6% higher year over year and 2.5% higher than June. Some homes spent a median of 32 days on the market, nearly double last year, but they're selling 2 days faster than a month ago, reflecting strong seasonal demand. Pending sales fell to 158 homes under contract, down 6.5% annual and 20% month-to-month, pointing to softer buyer urgency. So with months of supply rising to 5.5, the market is moving toward balance. So sellers must price competitively while buyers are gaining leverage, and overall Frisco's market is steady, active, and transitioning into a healthier phase. So now today is for buyers and seller tip. We are talking about the hidden cost of buying a home in Frisco, Texas. The expenses beyond your down payment and mortgage that often catch buyers by surprise. So buying a home isn't just about the sticker price. So remember that. A home inspection is one of the first costs to budget for. So usually running between $500 and $1,200. dollars, but it's essential for uncovering issues like foundation cracks, eventual gas or sewer leaks, outdated wiring, or roof problems. We talked about that in my last episode, so you can go back and listen to it if you haven't. So then come the closing cost, which roughly is 1.5% of the purchase price. But for more accurate estimate, talk with your lender. Once your factor in appraisal, title, insurance, and a loan origination fees, and then the property taxes are another big one. In Collin and Denton County, rates often exceed 2.2%, and they can vary depending on the school districts and city. So many neighborhoods in Frisco also come with HOA fees ranging from $300 to over sometimes $1,200 annually, depending on amenities. The property insurance in North Texas rates have climbed lately, mainly because of hailstorms and severe weather. So insurance isn't optional. Lenders require it if you buy with a mortgage, but it pays to shop around. Ask the seller about how much they spend on utility bills. Moving cost is important as well. That run anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000, and furnishing or upgrading a 2,500 square feet food house, which can easily top $10,000, and the real price of home ownership quickly climbs. So, smart buyers in Frisco plan for these hidden expenses upfront. It's the difference between a stressful surprise at closing and smooth, confident transition into your new home. Now it's time for my guest, Meaghan Harraghy, account executive at Flagler Technologies. Hey, Meaghan, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Thanks for attending my podcast.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
You made it in this big traffic, yeah?
I did, yes.
All right. So I introduced you as an account executive for Flagler.
Yes.
All right. How did you decide to go into IT business, and something about your background, your education? So why did you decide IT? Is it because it's fancy, or you were techie like when you were a kid?
I would say I was definitely a little bit on the techie side, or the technology. I was really interested in engineering when I was in high school, so I took a couple of engineering courses. I came to UTA in the area, and I started as a mechanical engineering major. I did that for one semester and quickly realized that I didn't want to go through all the process. I didn't know about PEs or all these other things that would be required for me to actually become a real professional engineer. So I was kind of open-minded to what else was out there, and I went and talked to an advisor and to some of my friends that I had made on campus and kind of landed on information systems. So I still wanted the technical aspect, but I also liked that it was within business. I felt like with what I wanted to do, that was just a really good fit for me. And so that's how I'm still using my degree to a certain extent. So I am happy that it was worth the investment, absolutely. And it was a really good fit for me at the time. And it's been a good fit here in my professional career so far.
Great. So you're actually in sales now, okay?
Yes.
Well, it's good to know engineering. You know, it helps, I believe. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Would you ever consider to go back to engineering someday? Or
I think that I would be interested if I find a product or solution that I just want to dive really deep in. I think having a little bit of an engineering background, working as a tech engineer previously, I am able to dive deeper into certain products. I just had a call today actually with a customer where they were talking to me about their needs, and they shared a lot about their network and where they're going in their growth. And I was able to lead us into a conversation about what they really wanted to do. And my engineer was on the call, but I really didn't use them today. And so that always leads me to feel a little bit proud of myself for knowing where the customer needs are leading and to provide the right solution. And I can only do that with having a good grasp of what those solutions do based on the customer need.
Yeah. Well, cool. So tell me more about Flagler.
Yeah, so Flagler Technologies is a VAR. It's a value-added reseller, if you don't know what that is. And we have, on top of procurement services, our value add is we have a full engineering team and as well as a full managed service arm. So managed services is something that's going to be growing, they predict, in the next 5 years. So currently, customers or companies who have 300 people or below, about 41% have part of their IT outsourced to an MSP. But within the next 5 years, by 2030, they're estimating that number to be about 90%. So we should see a huge growth in managed services, which is why I'm excited to be a part of Flagler right now in this time where Dallas, Fort Worth is growing so rapidly and the need for managed service providers is growing rapidly as well.
So are you focused more are you focusing more on small businesses, like a 300, you said, small, middle-sized businesses, or you just go with the bigger companies as well?
Yeah, so we're not vertical specific or size specific. We really thrive in businesses that are, we'd say 300 to 300 people, but we do actually have some Fortune 500 companies in our portfolio as well, not under my umbrella yet, but that's going to be coming soon. I've been in the role for just over a year now. So we're still very much building that here in Texas, but down in South Florida where we're based, they're very engraved and a lot of people would know Flagler Technologies there. Whereas here, a lot of my job has just been raising brand awareness and helping people along the way as it's come.
So that's emerging market for you. That's for your company. So you're just trying to establish in Dallas.
Yes. Yep. So I was
actually
the first
in
Texas. Yes. Before I joined, they had a few rogue accounts out here, but now since I've been here, we have over 30 businesses working with us.
Well, it pays off.
Yes.
Okay. That's great. So you do mostly support for IT support, or that's the major thing that you do, IT support?
Yeah, so we do the support on the strategic side as well as the operation side. So on that strategic side, that's going to be your pre-sales. So that's going to be me as your account executive. That's going to be my pre-sales engineers. We're going to be walking you through what you currently have in your network, what you're kind of trying to do. And one thing that I really encourage everyone to do when they're starting to talk about their tech, it is an investment. Right? It does cost money. So I know, woo. But you do need to consider what is your priorities and what is important to your business, because cybersecurity is something that I've helped a lot of my clients with, adding in a firewall to your network, adding a VPN for remote employees to connect directly, doing those things just to make sure that your network is secure. And I know when we talk about where technology is going with AI and everything, making sure your data is secure is going to become just more and more important as these hackers and everything, they are making their attacks different and they're basing those on what information people are putting into LLMs like ChatGPT or others like the Google one. There's a Meta one, there's Llama. There's so many different ones that you can use and everyone's got their own personal flavor, but making sure that your employees are not putting data that should not be outside of your company, any IP, all of those. There's a lot of risk coming. So it's really important now to make sure that you're taking preventative measures in your cybersecurity and in your technology stack.
Okay. All right. Talking about security and cybersecurity, that's lately it's very, very fancy. Not fancy, but it's trending. You know, so everybody talk about cybersecurity. There's a lot of fraud going on. A lot of hacks. What would be the tip that would give to, let's say, because a lot of homeowners they think that their network doesn't need security, all right? And do you think that some businesses just underestimate their security, network security? So, what advice would you give? Simple, okay. The most common thing the small businesses, let's say, or the homeowners miss in their network security.
So for homeowners, I would say making sure you have strong passwords. The password keychains and all of these things that have been more prominent in recent years, I do use them. I'm probably not the best on that, but
You're talking about passwords on the modem and the router?
yeah,
or-
you want to make sure that your network cannot be hacked into, because if there was a case where Target had their whole network connected and a hacker actually got into their temperature system and then were able to hack into customer data. So for a business, you want to make sure that you have segmentation in your network. You want to make sure that you have potentially a guest network and a normal network. For your home network, you could do that as well. You could have a guest network, or a lot of people see that like 2.4 gigahertz network and the 5G network in the home, but just make sure that your passwords are safe. If people can get into your network and you've chosen the option to have all your networks be able to talk to each other, then they can access other devices. So I would say keep an eye on your home. On a lot of the internet service providers now, you can have an application on your phone and you can see what devices are connected to your network. I would say once every couple of months, check that and make sure that there's no devices on your network. Clear out old devices if you're not using them anymore. Factory reset them if you're not using them. Don't just keep them in your back drawer. I mean, the likelihood of that happening is small, but I think it's just better to be preventative than it is to worry about something after it happened, right? That's going to cost you a lot more. To fix something, you might get a ransom attack where they're asking for money to get your data back or to get passwords back if they're locking you out of an Instagram account, for example. I've seen that happen with my friends on Facebook or Instagram, where a hacker takes it over and then they're sending messages out to grandma asking for money. And grandma doesn't know and she falls for it. So there's all of those things just to consider. I would say first thing you can do is strong password. Make sure that it has, special character, uppercase, lowercase, all of that. And for business owners, I would say segmentation of your network and not having every single thing on the same. Because if a hacker can get into your printer and get into your mainframe or whatever you have, that is bad practice.
All right. Okay, that's a good tip. So you believe that most of the businesses that you encounter, they actually underestimate that. They don't do that if they don't have somebody to advise them?
I would say that is because the business owner is focused so much on what they do well. So for example, a dentist. So a dentist has a lot of personally identifiable information about a patient. They've got their x-rays in their record. They have their insurance information. They have payment information. They keep all of that, right? But the dentist is focused on your teeth, hopefully, right? And your mouth, but they're not focused on that technology stack. So who are they going to go to for the technology so they don't have to keep up on the dentistry and their staff and their billing and all of that? Then they want to use a partner like us so that they don't have to focus on that and we can handle that portion of their business.
Okay, so that kind of small businesses like a doctor's office, dental offices, all of this is just a good referral for you that, okay, well, all of them, if they're listening, they have to call you,
Yes,
all right?
yes, please do.
I know. All right, well, the next thing is AI.
Mm-hmm.
And this AI now is trending, and everybody talking about AI, and everybody offering AI, and everybody offering bots. How do you think the AI is changing the IT industry, and especially the field that you are in?
So the biggest thing with AI versus traditional data, traditional how we've done work, is the unstructured data of that. So about 80% of this is unstructured. They're using graphics. They're using things that are not just typical. Like, when you chat GPT, it's going to spit out some emojis. It's going to spit out all this other stuff. So all of that cannot be taken in your data stack as structured data. Structured data would be, you have an Excel file, right? It has rows, it has columns. That data is how it's going to be. It's not going to spit out anything else for you. And so having more unstructured data, that actually just allows for more of these malware attacks because they can inject different attacks into those easier than the structured attacks, right? So something we talk to about our customers is disaster recovery. So if you are to face an attack, do you have a backup of your data? Do you have a clean backup of your data? Do you have a recent backup of your data? Are you going to be able to bring that back? We work with partners who are disaster recovery and backup who can help with all of that. And so based on your business need, your budget, all of that, we can find the right fit for you. And that's a benefit as well of working with us, is based on what you're talking about. What are your employees using? What are you using? And how can we make sure that that is all? Because some people have 1 terabyte of data. One people have 1 petabyte of data. It all is going to depend on your customer size and what you're storing. And so I've got customers now who are storing large video files. They're doing some of this generative AI, right? They're making videos through AI and making storylines and doing all of that. And so it's very important for them to make sure that no one's going to steal those videos, steal any of that, or be able to output that in their own way, or to manipulate that as well. So all of those are different things with AI. There's a lot. The tip of the iceberg, and one fact I want to share with you is that through a couple of studies that have been happening recently in 2024, it says that only 3 out of 10 companies have proper security for AI. We are really behind with this pace that AI is moving at with our network security and our other security.
Wow.
So yeah, it's very important to, if you want to make that investment in AI, know why you're doing that and know what you want to accomplish with it.
So you're more vulnerable when you're using AI to hack attacks?
Yes, just
Really?
with how it's moving now. And right, your ChatGPT, the data you put in there is not your data anymore. You're putting it in there. When you create an account, you're saying, yes, this can be used to train the model. Yes, it can be used to do whatever. And so it's going to use the data that you input, and it's going to use that for someone else later down the line because it has been trained for a certain question to output that information. So there were cases with Samsung where they had developers using ChatGPT, and they were putting proprietary coding to check it in ChatGPT, and that was able to be stolen. And so that's just things that I always advise people against, is to not be putting any sensitive data into there. You do not want that to be training the model and to shoot it out to someone else, or for a hacker to be able to manipulate ChatGPT to send out payment information to them, to output your information to them. And so those are all risks that are associated. I think that when used correctly, it can be amazing. There is studies that show that it can help productivity about 10% if you're using some of those agentic AI bots. So you're making it do repetitive tasks so that you don't have to do it every time. For you, I know you use automated emails and things like that. So have you tried to do AI where you're having it specialize your messaging to every customer that you send it to, or every person you're working with? Have you tried that?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know.
Yeah. But that's actually now the network security get more complicated with the AI.
Yes.
Wow. I've heard that there are already hackers that use the AI to hack, which is getting more complicated.
Yes.
I don't know how that it is, because IT sounds like a very, very foreign language to me. All right. But well, that's something that the small businesses, all the businesses, supposed to consider when they use the AI. Then, all right. Now, if somebody wants to reach out to you,
yes,
and get their network safer, all
yes,
right, how can they do that?
Yeah, absolutely. So they can either shoot me a message on LinkedIn. I think my name will probably be on this website. Or on this episode. It's a little bit tough to spell, but once you get it, you'll remember it, hopefully. My email is also a good way to reach me, and can I share that with you? So you can put it.
No,
okay, perfect. I'll share my email. I know that you have it already, but I'll share you my email.
No, share to the audience.
Yes, so you can share to the audience for anyone who is looking to just get a little bit of information on all of these things we've talked about today.
Yeah, go ahead and spell your email.
Okay, everyone ready? Everyone buckled in for this one?
Go ahead.
Okay, so my name is Meaghan, Meaghan, and then it's going to be .Harraghy, Harraghy, at Flagler, FLAGLER.io, not .com. So just remember that.
All right. Well, okay. Well, don't worry. My name is not much easier to pronounce, so we're good in that part.
Yes.
Well, thank you very much, Meaghan, for attending my podcast, and I will see you around. So you're a networker, and I look forward to seeing you around.
Yes. Thanks so much for having me.
Absolutely. Thank you. So, and now some exciting news for foodies and community lovers in Frisco. This city keeps raising the bar, and some of the latest openings are already turning heads. First up. Whole Foods Market is finally making its way to Frisco with a brand new location at The Mix. This upcoming development will combine retail, restaurants, offices, and plenty of green space, creating a lifestyle hub for residents. Another big highlight is Rollertown Beerworks. It's a massive tap room and entertainment space backed by Dirk Nowitzki and Dude Perfect. Set to open this fall. It's designed to be a true community hangout with live events, music, and a family-friendly vibe. Foodies also have plenty of to celebrate. New restaurants like Hatsuyuki Handroll Bar, Panj, Tara Indian Kitchen and Bar, and Croix Bakehouse are expanding the local dining scene with fresh flavors and unique experience. Each of these businesses adds energy, culture, and opportunity to Frisco, making our city not just a place to live, but a place to thrive. So, thank you for tuning in today. And if you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe to my podcast for more insights on Frisco's best spots, events, and the housing market. Until next time.